Let's dive straight into the chaos surrounding Meghan Markle's As Ever brand. Because trust me, what we're witnessing right now is nothing short of a complete disaster. Have you seen the graphics for her latest Valentine's Day campaign? If you thought it was a joke, you're not alone. The visuals look like they were slapped together by an intern on their lunch break. No, seriously, these graphics are so bad, it's almost like she didn't even try. The images are poorly centered, the text is off, and the whole design feels like a desperate, rushed afterthought. And what's even more shocking? Meghan Markle herself seems to have missed the glaring mistakes. How does someone who once held the world in the palm of their hand, someone who was supposed to be a business mogul, end up producing such amateur-level content? Let's not sugarcoat it, her brand is in freefall, and this pathetic graphic disaster is a glaring sign of that. It's not just about the bad design, it's about what it reveals about Meghan's entire approach to her business. This wasn't some minor slip-up, this is a reflection of someone who's checked out, someone who no longer cares about her brand's success. The panic is real, and it's becoming impossible to ignore. Her As Ever brand was supposed to be her big breakthrough. But here's the thing, no matter how much fame or money you throw at something, if the foundation is shaky, it's going to crumble. And let's face it, this brand has been on life support for a while now. Meghan had everything at her disposal to make it a hit: connections, fame, financial backing, even a partnership with Netflix. But somehow she still couldn't get it together. The latest Valentine's Day campaign is proof of that. These are the kinds of mistakes that get businesses shut down. Seriously, if you were running a luxury brand, would you ever let something this embarrassing slip through the cracks? It's unprofessional, sloppy, and frankly, humiliating. But what's even worse, this isn't just a bad marketing campaign, this is a massive warning sign that things are about to get much worse for Meghan's business. Because when a brand starts cutting corners like this, it's usually a signal that the business is in a state of panic. And let's talk about why this is happening. We've all seen it before. A brand goes into crisis mode, and suddenly everything starts unraveling. Meghan isn't paying attention to the details, and that's because she's not putting in the effort anymore. If she really cared about her brand, she would have hired a professional graphic designer to take care of this. But instead, she threw it together in a hurry. The result? An unmitigated disaster. But this isn't just about a single mistake, it's part of a much bigger picture. When a brand is struggling, the cracks start to show in more than just the product. The attitude towards the work itself changes, and that's exactly what we're seeing with Meghan Markle. Her brand isn't just falling apart because of bad graphics, it's collapsing because she's not putting in the effort to fix the problem. And the worst part? She doesn't seem to care. That's right, she's checked out. There's one thing we know for sure, Meghan Markle is in panic mode. And it's not just about the graphics, it's about her total disregard for her brand's reputation. She could have easily hired a team to clean up the mess, but instead, she seems content to let everything slip into chaos. It's like she's given up. And the worst part? She's trying to rush things, hoping no one notices. That's the kiss of death for any business. You can't rush success, and you certainly can't rush quality. Let's get real here. If you're trying to salvage your brand, you don't push out sloppy content. You take the time to make sure everything is perfect. But Meghan? She's too busy trying to salvage her sinking ship that she's stopped paying attention to what's important. And you can see it in her work. The desperation is written all over it. So what does this all mean? It's simple. Meghan Markle's brand is on the edge of collapse. Her Valentine's Day campaign is just the tip of the iceberg, and unless she makes some serious changes, it's going to be the nail in the coffin. Her brand's image is shattered, and it's not just about the bad design anymore. It's about the fact that she's no longer putting in the work. And when you stop caring about your own business, that's when it all falls apart. Now, as we continue watching the crumbling of Meghan Markle's business empire, the panic is only getting worse, and the signs are everywhere. It's not just the graphics, it's the complete mismanagement of her brand that's now taking center stage. The panic and desperation that she's trying to hide are becoming impossible to ignore. At this point, it's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, and Meghan's actions, or lack thereof, are doing nothing to stop the disaster. Let's take a deeper look at just how far she's fallen. One of the most glaring issues here is the lack of fresh content. Instead of rolling out new, high-quality photos for her Valentine's Day campaign, Meghan chose to recycle old ones. Yes, you heard that right, old photos. In a world where visual appeal is everything, how does someone with millions of dollars at their disposal end up cutting corners like this? It's lazy, it's uninspired, and it screams that Meghan has completely lost touch with what it takes to keep her business afloat. But let's not stop there, let's talk about pricing. Now this is where things get truly embarrassing. Meghan's Valentine's Day bundle is nothing short of a scam. She's selling products worth $26 for $29, and let's be real, there's no added value whatsoever. Where's the incentive for customers to spend extra money on something that isn't even worth it? Meghan's pricing strategy is borderline insulting, and consumers Consumers aren't as dumb as she seems to think. This isn't just a pricing blunder, it's a blatant cash grab, and it's backfiring spectacularly. And it's not like this is the first sign of trouble. The cracks have been visible for a while now. Meghan's brand has been struggling for months, but she's done little to turn things around. Instead, she's been half-heartedly attempting to push out new products without truly understanding her audience. The Valentine's Day bundle is a perfect example of this misstep. She's marketing it as a ready-to-gift product, but here's the problem. When you sell something as a gift, you're essentially saying it's not worthy of everyday use. And that's exactly what's happening here. People aren't going to buy something that feels like a one-off. They want something that stands the test of time, not a product that will be forgotten about after a holiday. This is where Meghan's entire strategy falls apart. She's never been able to create lasting value, and now, as her brand starts to crumble, she's being forced to push out products that have no long-term appeal. What she doesn't seem to understand is that successful businesses aren't built on gimmicks, they're built on consistency and quality. And right now, Meghan Markle's As Ever brand is neither of those things. Let's talk about her relationship with her customers. Oh wait, she doesn't have one. Meghan never bothered to build a strong, loyal following. She hasn't done the work to understand what her customers want, and it's starting to show. Instead of engaging with her audience, she's been too busy playing the celebrity card. But guess what? That doesn't work in business. People don't want to buy into someone who's clearly detached from their own brand. And the lack of effort shows in every part of her business. And here's where things get even darker. There are whispers now that Meghan's Netflix deal might be in jeopardy. Remember when she paraded around with that golden ticket to success? Netflix was supposed to be her ticket to the top, but now it's looking more and more like that partnership might be falling apart. If Netflix pulls out, it'll be the final nail in the coffin for Meghan's business venture. This is a major blow to her carefully curated public image, and it's hard to see how she's going to recover from it. The truth is, without that backing, her business is essentially dead in the water. And the worst part? Meghan doesn't even seem to realize how close she is to losing everything. It's clear now Meghan Markle's business empire is crumbling before our eyes. The laziness, the lack of attention to detail, the half-baked ideas, and the poor pricing strategies are all signs that she's in over her head. And what's truly sad is that this didn't have to happen. Meghan had every opportunity to succeed, but she squandered it with poor decisions and a lack of effort. She could have turned this all around if only she had cared enough to put in the work. But now, it's too late. Her brand is on life support, and unless she pulls off some miracle, it's going to be nothing but a distant memory. It's a shame, really, because Meghan had all the tools to create something truly great, but she got lazy. She stopped listening to her audience. And now, as the walls close in, there's nothing left to do but watch her fall. The dream is over. The illusion is shattered. And all we're left with is the downfall of As Ever. It's a sad end to a business venture that was doomed from the start. At this point, Meghan's future as a business mogul seems almost impossible. Her brand has no direction, her marketing is a mess, and her audience is slipping away. She's either going to have to completely overhaul everything and start from scratch, or cut her losses and walk away. Either way, this is the end of her business dreams. The downfall is real, and it's happening faster than anyone could have imagined. What's next for Meghan Markle? The world is waiting to find out. But the real question is, does she even have the will to fight back, or is this truly the end of her business career? One thing's for sure, this is a lesson in what happens when you don't put in the effort, and it's one Meghan Markle is learning the hard way.